Uh, I'm here. God knows where I've got to go now. What is that? Look, there's a light of some kind, but enemy. I don't really want to look around. My thoroughness is conditional on how scared I am. Alright, fine. Let's go check out what's in that direction. An enemy. It's just a car. I'm good then. There'll be some item, but I don't care. My playthrough is my playthrough. And it might even just be my first playthrough. Where'd it go? Didn't actually see where it went. There. Oh God! Hi there. I'm fine right now. What are we doing? Going there. A lot of enemies. Oh, bunny rabbit. I love the bunny rabbits. Oh my God, there's two of you. Four. Or strike, or whatever. Yeah, I definitely don't feel like I can relax yet. Oh, hey there. Ow. Breakable wall. Let's just look around first. Nothing. Fair enough. Beautiful. Heaven's Night. Save point. Okay. Mannequins. Yeah, we're entering Heaven's Night. Western South Vale. A garage. What?
Laura, stop! It's dangerous!
Man, James, you still don't get it. Like, I really think she's fine. Ow. She has a knife. One of these things. Before I go up there. Bunny rabbit? Oh. Bunny rabbit? No. Just checking. Where am I? Going to the diner? Alright, let's do a shotgun. Another one? Oh, it's just one of you. I can shoot you. Okay, what I missed. And no big deal. Another one. And we are going to the diner. I bet there's a bunny rabbit. Or maybe just a bug. Come on. There's another one. And a crawler. Oh. Maybe there isn't another nurse. Keep saying witch. They're not witches, they are nurses. Oh, God. 4. That was fun. I like that one. A little jukebox moment. Okay, game, don't crash on me. Don't know where the witch went. I mean, nurse. Ow! Ow! Over here. Behind you. Where am I now? Where am I going? And will I find a save point soon? I think I'm following that street light. Just pause real quick. Just in case. I don't trust this. Like, I don't trust the game not to crash.
Laura, please, wait!
Well, I mean, look, I do want to chase after her just because I want, like, I haven't forgiven her for locking me in that room. She has caused me a lot of trouble. Sorry? What was that?
Laura? Where did she go?
Save. He who is not bold enough to be stared at from across the abyss is not bold enough to stare into it himself. The truth can only be learned by marching forward. Follow the map. There's a letter and a wrench. Gonna make me remember that, aren't you? Or I guess he might write it down. Yep, he writes it down. Okay, good. So I'm going at least that far. Jesus Christ. Ten and a half hours so far. And I think we were at 6 hours when we started today, so that's 4.5 hours. It's also the same amount of time I played last time. But I don't think I'm done. I might take a little break, like a longer break, and get back to us later in the night. Basically end this session. Maybe. Although I do, like, I want to know where the hell this is going, but it looks like we might be out here for a while. And I could use a break. I'm hungry. I don't know. But I don't feel like stopping. Just a break. Maybe I will. Oh, it stopped raining? Thank God. Wall Street Apartments. Burger. Yeah. Texan Cafe. Oh, I see where I am. Still don't know where we're going. Okay, I'm taking a break. So I think my goal is to get to the next level. Then I'll save and quit. Alright. Something nearby. Someone's going crazy. She's not done. But she came out of this. Ow! That's fine. That works. Godly noises. Two bullets. Something else. Alright, let's try this. I still want to call them witches, and like, is it a Left 4 Dead thing? Like, ow! Ah. Alright. Nurse. Okay, black one. Uh-oh. my god! Christ. That was too close for comfort. Check the map. Where am I? I have not gone very far at all. I still don't know where I'm going ultimately. Wrench and a letter, I don't... Oh. Ugh. Ugh. Is that another save point up there? That's Neely's. Still going. Still going. What? I didn't write that down? Hang on a second. Come on, glasses. If you really want to see Mary, you should just die. But you might be heading to a different place than Mary, James. Do the letters spell anything? R-L-A-E-E-O-U. I don't think so. There's a hole here. It's gone now. Okay, can't go that way. Does this open? Jesus. I don't think this opens. That area up north is blocked off. Maybe it's not blocked off that much. Maybe I can go up there. 'Cause this area is blocked off. Man, nighttime in Silent Hill. That sure is... Sure is an experience. What? Did I see something in there? No, just shadows. Well, it does remind me of... Do I progress through Neely's? Oh yeah, the door. leading me into some kind of trap. God, I feel like we're just going backwards through the early gate. Should be able to go north here. I don't really want to go checking that place out. It looks like there's a gap there anyway. Ow! God, James, the things you do for love. Phone's ringing. Get up so I can kill you again. What's waiting for me? Hey, baby. Something else. Just a bug. Ow! Oh my god! Ow. Check this again. I hear the phone ringing. I hear it.
Hello? Anyone there?
Or perhaps you are a fool. The truth usually betrays people. You should know. The key is in the park, at the feet of the praying woman. The wrench will open the gate. The key will let loose the abyss. Great. That's half the town away. Oh, I've got to go that way. Hello? There's gonna be something in here. Some monster. But I mean, think I'm good. If somebody else wants to explore this stuff, they're free to. I'm trying to follow it for a bit. Oh, this is moody. I didn't get the wrench, though. Should I have gotten the wrench? Should I look it up? So if I gotta go back, I'll go back. Alright, I'll do it. Yeah, okay. Glad I went back for that. Come on, James, go for a nice little nighttime jog. Alright, that's enough. Couldn't catch your breath now. Where are we? Just gotta keep going up the street or it's gonna get blocked off. The door that wakes in darkness, opening into nightmare. Yeah, that's just this game in a nutshell. Another tunnel. Did you guys hear that? So just to check. Is this what? Okay, well. Wrench. This is dark as shit. Jesus Christ. Don't want to. I don't want to. What's my flashlight doing? Where am I now? Huh. I do not trust this. Weeping Lady statue. Do I remember where the Weeping Lady statue is? Not really. Do I trust this? No. It's the same thing as it was in the regular world. Oh, it's just down there in the corner. It tells me. That's fine. Through here? It's through here. I still don't trust this. Still don't trust this. Just keep going, we're nearly there. Yeah, right ahead, where the light is. Somebody. Oh, thank God, a cutscene. Angela! Sight for sore eyes.
Hey. Are you feeling better?
This place is different from what I remember. I guess things never really stay the same, do they?
I think this is a different kind of level than that.
I guess not.
I don't think she's here anymore, James.
Who?
My mama? She doesn't want to see me anymore.
Why would you think that? Anyway, I'm happy to see you.
Yes, I am.
Happy to see me?
Alive, I mean.
Oh. Yeah. I better get going.
You still don't want me to go with you?
Can I please?
If we stick together, we might just make it out of here.
Out of where?
This town. Silent Hill.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Oh, you didn't happen to see a little girl around here, did you?
A little girl?
Yeah, Angela? Are you alright? Angela?
No,
Grabbing my controller.
please. You shouldn't be here.
Angela, it's okay.
No, don't touch me!
What the fuck? That was disconcerting. I thought she saw something over there, but I think it was probably a more James directed thing. Somebody else is here. I think. Or not. Thank you. My patient buried it here. I knew but did nothing. It may be uneasy to have such a thing near. I wasn't looking for the truth. I was looking for tranquility. I also saw that thing. I fled, but the old society was sealed. No one dares to approach that place. Now I offer you the key. If you still do not wish to stop, James, I pray to the Lord to have mercy on your eternal soul. I kind of wish to stop, but Historical Society key. Oh, that's far away. Well, in hindsight, this park was peaceful both times. Am I still going the right way? Yeah, I am. Yeah, this is just a trip through hell, isn't it? It's James's own hell. For something he must have done wrong. Nice piano music. This fog. And this sun's rising, I think. Either that or it's the moon. This might be a long walk. I don't really want to cross the street. Even though I might find better stuff over there. I'm playing it how I play it because like that seems like the right way to play a psychological horror game. I'm projecting myself onto James somewhat. And just going through this with him. As I had mentioned in one of these rambles of my videos, I'm doing this in search of my quote-unquote wife, and my girlfriend, who loves Silent Hill, and is therefore somewhere in here, metaphorically. My path may end up diverging metaphorically from James's. I don't know. But it's my path, and as far as we're going, I'm walking it with him. I want to overcome my fear of horror games, and my fear of video game combat. Dark Souls and Elden Ring helped me a lot bridge that gap. But this is also helping. So how far have I walked? Halfway! Holy crap. This is a cool segment of the game. I love walking simulators. I loved the beginning of the game. It's been a long day, hasn't it, James? And I feel like the semiotics of this game, the symbolism and whatnot, it seems like it's telegraphing to me that I'm nearing some sort of climax. I wouldn't even say the end necessarily, although this feels like the end of the game probably will have a long walk like this, just to bookend it with the start. Well, it might not. Not here yet. I can't go in there, can I? No. I'm not here to live in Silent Hill. I'm here to have an odyssey through it. Meet the lost souls here, as I myself am a lost soul. Searching for something I might never find. I might get to the end of this game and still be scared of horror games. I might not want to play another one. I might just decide they're not for me at all. In some ways, like, this game is giving me some closure. It is showing me what it feels like to actually play through a proper horror game like this. Like a proper game. This is a small little building. Hello? Of course we can save. Is this a level? Or is this more like a mini level? Because it did not look very big on the outside. The map is just for the outside. So it's probably just going to be like those apartments at the very, very start. Well, very, very, whatever. Not the apartment level, but the little apartments that were exclusive to the remake. Upper floor. Don't know what I'm looking at. Oh shit, there's actually lore here, isn't there? Sorry, I kind of feel bad about doing that, but a collectible is a collectible. Big old, like, what, a violin? It's not a cello, it's nowhere near big enough. Lady of the Light. The unveiling of one or two statues commemorating the local folktale. A bunch of people gathered. I thought they were, like, kneeling in prayer, but no, they're just... The camera's just above their heads. It's very creepy. Like, that statue does not look... It looks like an alien. I really like the photograph... well, the photograph kind of things in this game. I'm kind of loving this game. Little Baroness, Maiden Voyage, 1916. You got a great view from that telescope. The wall. Piano. Redwood. A house of leaves and the familiar fans. Pipe in chat. It was a comment section. I do not like that picture. I can't go up here, right? No. Yeah. Yeah, you and me both, James. Misty day. Remains of the judgment. So he's, like, he represents, like, judgment. He's here to judge James. Wilt's a coal mine. Established from 1850, remained operational to the early 1900s. The mine played a key role in the revitalization of Silent Hill. Hey, when do we get to go down to the mines? What Silent Hill game has the mines? Title unknown. Author unknown. That's cool. Like a snake goblet kind of thing. Waterfront landscape. Alan Smith. A depiction of the local area. The style indicates it was done sometime around the 1820s when the region was far less populated with sparse infrastructure. God knows what Silent Hill looked like before humans came here. Is that a... like, what am I looking... Okay, James. Among the local legends is that of the Lady of the Light. The story tells of a woman who was accused and found guilty of witchcraft. As punishment, she was taken to a small island out in the lake, a minuscule stretch of rocky soil, devoid of any food or shelter. There she was to suffer a slow, excruciating death, as her body succumbed to cold and hunger. However, unbeknownst to the rest of the townsfolk, there was a young man among them who, having gazed into the woman's eyes, as bright and beautiful as a midsummer's moon, had vowed undying love for her. When she was convicted, wrongly as he believed, he swore that he would not let her suffer such cruel fate. While waiting for an opportunity to abscond with his beloved, every night he would sneak out and row across the lake, bringing her food and something to keep her warm. And every night the woman would stand there on the shore, holding a lit candle to help him find his way. But then one night, when the sky was exceptionally clear, devoid of even a wisp of cloud, young man set out on his nightly escapade. As always, he would look out into a distance, looking for the light in the darkness that would lead him to his beloved. On that night, however, the moon shone so bright and so vibrant, stronger than any candle could. Seeing the light's reflection in the water, the young man was led astray. He rowed and rowed and rowed, following the reflected light, hoping against hope he could reach it. He did not care for his aching arms or the shortness of his breath, utterly mesmerized by the illusory light. When his boat tipped over, the man was so exhausted from rowing, so weakened were his arms, that he was not able to swim to shore. Thus he succumbed to a watery grave. Although left alone, the woman on the island never lost hope. She kept coming out at night and kept lighting the candle. The legend says that those looking for true love can still see the lady's light on the lake, shining to bring her beloved home. While the story is clearly meant as a metaphor and a cautionary tale, it is to a certain extent rooted in reality, as the area has indeed seen its share of religious persecution, such as that of Shrek. I do like that. I like that. I like that it's like the clear sky, which is already like a contrast to the constant fog of this town. And I like that the clear sky makes the moon, like he mistakes the natural, pretty much like godly light, like the ultimate truth, or some sort of more natural truth. He goes off in search of that without even realizing it. And that's what, that's his death. He goes off in search of his death, basically. Because it looks like the thing he's looking for. I like that. And I'm sure that it's prescient for whatever the hell this game is doing. Historical Society founders. Yeah, that looks like bad. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. What about this? Brookhaven Hospital. The hospital was built in response to a great plague that followed a wave of immigration to the area. Originally it was little more than a shack, but has since expanded into a fully fledged medical establishment. This isn't anything, is it? That's the mines. Name scratched over. Former director of Brookhaven Hospital. Looks cool. It's like fucking William Murderface. Right. The elephant in the room. Nothing back here? No. The elephant in the room. What am I gonna find? What am I gonna find? What is that? Some sort of a flute. But under great acoustics. Silent Hill 2, ladies and gentlemen. Silent Hill 2. I don't want to run. Whatever's at the bottom of this, I don't want it to come any faster. Geography-wise, I'm pretty sure that we're going under the lake. thought I saw red eyes looking at me from the darkness, but I think it's just the particles. Still don't really want to run. Although this is a long... I can't even check my map. This is a long stairway. Okay. Let's feather it a little bit. Jesus Christ. Into the abyss. September 11th, 1820. Prisoner number C-221. Toluca Prison. Sean! Those are Sean's cigarettes. Okay. Come and get some. Ow. Right. These are very narrow hallways, aren't they? Well, this is more like House of Leaves. Like My House Dot Wad tried to be like House of Leaves, and it was a great. My House Dot Wad is great, but it's its own thing. It took influence from House of Leaves, whereas this just straight up is House of Leaves. Although, okay, this room's not that dark, but those hallways are making me really think of it. Crimson and White Banquet for the Gods. Like the flower bouquet at one of the first notes, maybe even the first note we ever found. Red and white. Death by skewering. An execution at the prison. Death by skewering or strangling. To choose his death as the prisoner's last taste of freedom. Toluca Prison Camp. Built in 1862, the camp was used to house prisoners during the American Civil War. Converted into Toluca Prison in 1866. Oh, goody. We get to see this in person. Just gonna stare into the abyss, James? Well, there's nowhere else to go. Come on, James. Ow. Oh, it's even darker. breakable walls all around. Just pick one. Game, chill. Chill game. It's just darkness. Okay, well, that'll take me out. Check out the other places. Also, chill joystick. I don't normally get stick drift on an Xbox controller. Right, okay, well, there's only one way forward. That's better. I much prefer having only one way forward. Can it give me a save point anytime soon? Enemy. Well, this is a nightmare. Ow! Gotta remember to dodge. Jesus Christ. Okay. Final right. Okay. Okay, that could have been a lot worse. Where's the other one gone? What? What? What is happening? Trapped in here with a numpad. And I don't see any way out. Are they infinitely respawning? I think they are. I've got to find the numbers. This is on the key. 'Tis doubt which leadeth thee to purgatory. No numbers. Yeah, they just keep coming. Ow. What the fuck? Am I gonna have to look this up? What is this? Here they come. Yeah, they infinitely respawn. That's three. There's three of them. Fuck it. Look it up. Alright. Well, I've learned interesting things. Oh god. Yeah, I've learned interesting things. So it was random, but only 3 keys worked. So it was a combination of 2, 3, and 9. It was some combination of those. Oh, fuck. No thank you. I mean, maybe soon, but not yet. Good, closed door. That's fine. It's down here. Yeah, I've got to find a save point. Because I've also realized, partly thanks to that walkthrough, this is the next level. So it's probably going to take me like a good 3 hours to get through this. So if I want to take a break, this is where to do it. Okay, he should have died from that. Is that a dead guy or? All the music stopped. This is just a. This looks like a regular prison. That last place didn't. But last section. Let's drink it. Is that a person? Looks like a person. That's a dead guy. I hope he's dead.
Ain't no big deal.
Eddie?
Just put the gun to their head and...
Eddie?
Oh, hi, James.
You remembered my name.
What happened here? Who was that?
I don't know. It just came at me.
Okay. So he attacked you, and you shot him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've been doing.
Yeah, that's right. He made me do it.
Okay, calm down, Eddie. Any idea why he would do that?
I don't know. He came out of nowhere. Tried sneaking up on me in the dark. I heard footsteps, so I turned back and he was right there.
Sitting
You
at a
could tell that
table.
he wanted to hurt you.
Well, yeah, I mean, the way he looked at me, I just had to do it.
He looked at you? I thought you said he came at you.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I could see it in his eyes.
His eyes.
He kept looking at me, making fun of me. And I told him not to, but he didn't listen.
Okay.
Eddie, you can't... You can't just kill someone because of the way they looked at you.
You should see your face, James. I was just joking. The guy was dead when I got here. I got you, didn't I?
I kind of believe him.
Well, anyway, I better get going.
I don't know if Eddie has the stomach to do something like that.
You're gonna go out there alone?
Yeah.
Okay, that was pretty badass. Yeah. Well, it's also entirely possible that Eddie shot him. For no reason. The blood looks fresh. Excuse me? Oh yeah, this is a prison. This is a prison. How did Eddie get here? What is that? It's like a rifle? They still haven't found him. Since he had the cabinet key, we should assume one of the prisoners got his hands on it. Get the spare from the witness checkpoint and secure the rifle before it falls into the wrong hands. F 3F. Lower levels. Death row. Administrative section. Oh, you're giving me a... I see. Oh, the bottom there. That's big. That's the actual... Okay. The main section. Serpent sections. Like, that's the actual floor. And these are different sections on that floor. 2F. One F4 section. Three F. Warden's office. Basement. Taking in that ambience. Main section. So one of these is death row, which might be the basement, but it said, I think it mentioned the lower section, so I didn't... Death row will be on here somewhere. Does it say death chamber? Death chamber. So this might be death row. The serpent section. Good God. Yeah. This feels like a final level. And it also, like, it absolutely feels like, oh God, like a logical progression from, like, what all the game's been teaching me. And this is where it all comes to a head in a giant, giant structure. And this is gonna have another world too. Rifle rounds. Toluca prison. 11.5 hours in. Right, well, that's definitely it for now. I'm definitely going to take a break. Maybe I'll come back to this later tonight. I mean, for you guys, it's not going to make a difference because you'll get the next episode. Jesus. It's actually quite exciting to see how big that map is. And to hear, like, this is cool. This is really cool. Well, yeah. God. Is there anything else for me to say here? I said a lot during that slow walk. My wife is somewhere in there. And also, like, it's purely metaphor. Just like, somewhere at the end of this game is just the knowledge that I can do a big horror game like this. A big proper action horror game. Like, I guess you wouldn't really call Silent Hill action horror, but by my standards it is. Because it's filled with combat. It's primarily, like, combat is one of your primary means of engagement. And you need to get good at the combat in order to survive. I guess other people would call it survival horror, but to me it's action. But compared to like Resident Evil, there's fewer enemies. Maybe. Well, there were around the start. I think that like the focus is far more on atmosphere and story, characters, and atmosphere again. Like, Silent Hill just got a double shot of atmosphere. That's just part of the ingredients. This is fucking cool. It's fucking tense. I would call this the scariest game that I've ever made progress in. Now, I haven't. I've seen a lot more horror games than I've played. I have seen some scary games, but this is scarier than the scariest games that I've seen. To my eyes, this is one of the scariest games I've ever played. It's goddamn great. This is goddamn great. I'm honored to be playing it. I'm honored to be scared by it. I'm honored to be doing a Let's Play of it. This is a marked change from the ramble that I did much earlier in the series. God. I'm glad to be done with the hospital. Like, I much preferred the apartments, but like the hospital was just a functional level. It was much more tense than scary, whereas the apartments scared me. They put the fear of God in me. And then once I saw Pyramid Head for the first time, just seeing him down that hallway, and being a little bit unsure if it actually was him. Like, I could have been looking at anything. But then coming back and he was gone. That was the turning point. That was when I fell in love with this game. I started to feel honored to be scared by it. And it put the start of the game in a lot more perspective. And there were still some great moments like that during this session. Pyramid Head often comes up with them. Like, I loved that jump scare of going to the roof of the hospital, finding that note, and then trying to leave the room, and just fucking grabs me and throws me. That was a jump scare. That was fun. And the little chase scene was fun. Although it only really had like one actual scary moment in it, which was when he burst down the wall right behind me. What else? What else? The nurses feel like a natural evolution of enemy, just like a proper, like an enemy that doesn't just take 1 or 2 shots to kill. An enemy who I've got to, if one's around, then I've got to focus on it. I've got to be very aware of it. I've got to prioritize being aware of it. I've got to plan my geography around it. Like geographical awareness of my surroundings. A nurse is just, it's a part of the surroundings. It's a force to be reckoned with. That boss battle also, with the lips thing, that was quite, I mean, as far as my fears went, I've been scared of the idea of a boss battle in a Silent Hill game. My mind running rampant with the worst case scenarios. And most of the possibilities were worst case scenarios. But that was honestly okay. That was just a simple, functional boss. It's got multiple phases, but you shoot it when it's vulnerable. And you dodge it. And when it's not vulnerable, it can't hurt you. You can only hurt it. It can only hurt you when it's vulnerable. Like when it's come down to face you. That was perfectly good. And I beat it. Ugh. Like, real talk with you, I knew that a boss was coming. I did not know what the boss would look like. I did not know what the attacks would be. I did not know anything about it. I just knew a boss was coming. So that was a blind boss fight for me. And it went well. I beat it on my first try on easy mode. I don't feel shame about playing this game on easy mode. The difficulty, well, at least for... the difficulty comes not from the physical challenges, but from the fear, the apprehension. My mind is the challenge. My nerves are the challenge. I've got to keep a cool head and eagerly navigate for hours at a time. I've got to keep track. I've got to have these big buildings in my head. So cool. It is so cool. But yeah, like I fully imagine that for people who have beaten the game once, twice, 3 times, 1,000,000 times, 10 times, which is a smaller number than 1,000,000, players, veterans of the game won't be scared of it. They won't have the psychological fear. They'll be used to it, and they'll have studied it. And for them, they can play on hard mode and have just a regular challenge. That's fine. I'm glad there's an easy mode. I feel no shame in it. If there's anything I feel shame for, it's that, well, not even shame. I feel like in hindsight, I should have chosen puzzles for easy mode as well. Because I'm just looking up the solutions to half of them. But I don't really mind that. It's my understanding that, like, on easy mode, they basically give you the solutions for a lot of the puzzles anyway. So it just cuts out the middleman. You basically have a walkthrough for some of the puzzles. And they'll have been the ones that I needed a walkthrough for. But unlike easy mode, I get to try all the puzzles. And many of them I get to solve. It's good. The environments are good. The characters are good. And Maria was probably my least favorite character. I mean, okay, she was above Eddie. Although now, all of a sudden, I think I think Eddie's amazing. Well, like it's kind of hyperbole, but like, I'm suddenly a lot more interested in Eddie as a psychological. I'm interested in his psychology suddenly because of that cutscene. Whereas Maria, I'm sure that she has depth to her. I imagine it'll make a lot more sense in hindsight. And it's obvious that she's got something to do with Mary, or like metaphorically, or like in terms of how James looks at her. And she might just be a legit real person named Maria who happens to look like Mary, and the tragedy is that because James is reminded of Mary all the time, he doesn't he isn't able to protect Maria. Although I don't know, I don't think she should have she really she was really playing with fire a lot. Of like she was bringing on like the romantic comparisons, and she knew full well that this was a guy who has a big problem with his dead wife. Like you get what you pay for with that kind of thing. And he didn't kill her. He tried really hard to save her. I don't know. I'm sad she died. And I love Angela. I'm sad that she's scared of or mad at me. I would have loved to have gone with her. I think she's a fun character. Really well acted. Well animated. If there's mocap, then she's very well acted. Like as physical body kind of thing. This is a fascinating game. It's got a fascinating structure. Like clearly you do a level in a big building. I guess you could call it a dungeon. You do a big dungeon, and then you go back out to the streets for a fairly decent amount of time, and then you go into the next dungeon. And each dungeon consists of a light world and a dark world kind of thing. Although you have to do light world first, and then you do dark world. You don't jump back and forth. So it's probably better seen as like in Sonic terms, Act 1 and Act 2. Each dungeon, each level, each building has an Act 1 and an Act 2. And Act 2 is generally a lot shorter than Act 1, or at least marginally shorter. Noticeably shorter. But a lot more intense. And a lot more, what would the word be? Like maybe formally structured, or like maybe artificially structured. Whereas the Act 1 is naturally structured. It's structured like a believable building. Whereas Act 2 just feels more like a game level. It leads you through a circuitous... Is that the words? Circuitous path. Through a reimagined and hellish version of the realistic building. And that's cool. I like that. I like that there's multiple dungeons. Like a lot of horror games, I imagine they could have just had one dungeon and then left it at that. You go through the beginning of the game, you go through the streets, and then you go into a dungeon for the big climax. But this is a full-on game. It's already a dozen hours in length, which is great. I'm having a goddamn blast. This is a weird case where, like, as I start to see it as a video game rather than as an experience, I'm actually having more fun. That certainly, like, that helps me get through the scariness, but it also fills me with dread. It's a paradoxical thing. I end up going faster through it, and then suddenly realizing, oh shit, I'm walking into these scary things, and having to see them all much faster. But that isn't as scary. How I normally like to play games is I will go through them very slowly. I'll take in all that I can. And taking your time in this game means exposing yourself to that hideous atmosphere for prolonged periods of time, longer than you have to. It messes with your head. And you start wondering about what's ahead. You start wondering about what's around the next corner. And suddenly you don't really want to see it. You don't want to do it. You suddenly realize, oh, I have the option to just quit the game and never play it again. I was a coward. I'm still a coward when it comes to video games. I'm a coward when it comes to horror movies. I'm pushing myself for this one. And like halfway through the apartments, it stopped being so much of a push. I was like, oh shit, actually, like, pushing myself at this pace is actually, this is fun. This is fun, and this is doable. It's like enlightenment. Like, oh shit, is this how you're supposed to play a horror game? Is this what I've been missing out on? Probably. But